Since the beginning of time, humans have chased an impossible dream. Immortality, from alchemists to emperors, from billionaires to biotechnology labs. Our desire to live forever has never faded. But what if I told you, nature already solved this secret? What if true immortality isn't hidden in the future, but silently drifting through the depths of the ocean? On this planet, there are animals that don't truly die. At least, not in the way we understand death. Not from old age, not from disease. They are timeless. In the wildest corners of the earth, creatures exist that have outlived empires. Sharks older than Shakespeare, jellyfish capable of resetting their own life cycle, living time machines, creatures rewriting the rules of one of biology's greatest mysteries. Welcome to TopX Universe. Join us as we explore animals that don't just live for centuries, but defy death itself. What secrets do they hide? How did they cheat death? And could their strange, powerful biology hold the key to extending our own lives? In this video, we'll start small and move step by step toward immortality. Our journey begins on a small island, just west of Ecuador in South America. The world first learned about the Galapagos Islands over 470 years ago. In 1535, a Dominican friar named Fray Tomás de Berlanga, Bishop of Panama, was sailing to Peru when his ship drifted off course. On March 10th, he reached the islands. His writings, the first records of the Galapagos, described harsh terrain, scarce water, and giant tortoises. Galapagos giant tortoises often live over 100 years. Surpassing 150 is not uncommon. As we search for nature's defiers of death, these animals stand out. They don't seem to grow old. They seem to slow down. Their energy remains astonishing. Ironically, the ones slow to uncover the secrets of their long lives were us. But over the past decade, science has finally begun to catch up, and the results were unexpected. In 2022, researchers from Penn State University and Northeastern Illinois University conducted the most comprehensive aging study of its kind. It examined 107 populations across 77 species of reptiles and amphibians worldwide. The findings were remarkable. Turtles, crocodilians, and salamanders showed extremely low aging rates and astonishing lifespans. This study didn't just measure chronological age, it focused on biological aging, a process known as senescence, the gradual deterioration of cells and body functions over time. The results revealed something surprising. Physical protective traits, like the hard shells of turtles, appear to slow biological aging. In some cases, almost stopping it. These animals experience time, but they refuse to surrender to it. This challenges the long-held belief that cold-blooded animals age slowly only because of low metabolism. Instead, protective biological structures may play a major role in resisting aging itself. So let's talk metabolism. Humans generate body heat through chemical reactions inside our cells. During respiration, energy production is inefficient. Some energy is lost as heat. This keeps our body temperature stable, but it also produces dangerous byproducts, reactive oxygen species, ROS. These molecules damage DNA and accelerate aging. Tortoises, on the other hand, rely on the sun for heat. Their metabolism is slower. They produce fewer reactive oxygen species, less cellular stress, longer life. One Galapagos tortoise became famous for this very reason, known as Lonesome George, the last known member of his species. George died in 2012, but his death gave life to new discoveries. Researchers from Yale University and the University of Oviedo analyzed George's DNA, along with other Galapagos tortoises. What they found was astonishing. Gene variants linked to DNA repair, enhanced immune response, even cancer suppression. Another study led by the University at Buffalo revealed extra copies of certain genes. These duplications may improve resistance to aging and disease. Laboratory tests showed tortoise cells are highly sensitive to damaged proteins. They rapidly destroy faulty cells through apoptosis. This may prevent tumor formation and support extraordinary longevity. Now, we leave the warm Pacific behind and travel somewhere far colder, in the frozen depths of the Arctic, where sunlight never reaches, where time slows to a crawl. A silent figure glides through the darkness, cold, ghost-like, the Greenland shark. As far as we know, the longest living vertebrate on Earth, at least 250 years old, possibly up to 500. Despite reaching lengths of over 7 meters, these giants remained largely unseen by science for centuries. Until recently, most knowledge about Greenland sharks came from commercial fishing records. They were hunted for their oily livers until the 1960s. Even today, limited hunting continues in Greenland. But now, we can observe them swimming freely in their natural habitat. Scientists long suspected Greenland sharks lived incredibly long lives, but no one knew how old they truly were. Most sharks are aged by counting growth rings in their fins or vertebrae. Greenland sharks have neither. Their vertebrae are too soft. Their fins lack spines, so researchers could only guess. They grow less than 1 centimeter per year, yet can exceed 6 meters in length. All signs pointed to extreme age. Then, in 2016, everything changed. The Greenland shark was officially declared the longest living vertebrate on Earth. One female specimen was estimated to be around 400 years old. She was alive when René Descartes wrote his philosophical works, alive during the Great Fire of London, an adult when George II took the throne, giving birth during the American Revolution. And yes, she lived through both world wars. The scientist behind this discovery, Julius Nielsen of the University of Copenhagen, used a method as eerie as the animal itself. Inside the shark's eyes are proteins formed before birth. They never regenerate, preserved like fossils in amber. By using radiocarbon dating, scientists could finally estimate the shark's age. Nielsen's team examined the eyes of 28 female Greenland sharks. The largest, a 5-meter-long female, was estimated to be between 270 and 512 years old. The range isn't exact. Radiocarbon dating can't give a precise age. But even the lowest estimate is enough to crown the Greenland shark, the oldest living vertebrate known to science. So why do they live so long? Once again, the leading theory points to metabolism. Cold, deep waters slow everything down. Growth, movement, aging. Being cold-blooded means water temperature directly controls metabolic activity. In 2013, a remotely operated vehicle spotted a Greenland shark at 783 meters deep. But they can dive as deep as 2,200 meters. They are also the only shark species capable of living year-round in the freezing Arctic Ocean. Their maximum swimming speed, just 2.9 kilometers per hour. Slow life, long life. This theory gained support in 2024 at the Society for Experimental Biology conference. Lead author Ewan Campbell proposed that Greenland sharks maintain stable metabolic activity throughout their lives. Researchers analyzed muscle tissue from 23 sharks. They measured the activity of 5 key enzymes. The sharks ranged from 60 to 200 years old. The result? No age-related decline. Metabolism remained stable. No biological collapse. Greenland sharks and giant tortoises may share the same secret: a slow, stable metabolism. So far, we've met Lonesome George and the ancient Greenland shark, and it's hard not to wonder, if these sharks had never been hunted, how much older might some of them be? The oceans still hold their breath, and things are about to get even older. Now it's time to meet a marine creature that is 4,265 years old. Despite having a black core, it has lived a remarkably quiet life. Deep-sea black coral colonies are the oldest skeleton-building marine animals known to science, as we realize how little we know about the ocean. It's no surprise that some of nature's closest brushes with immortality lie in the deep. This time, we head to Hawaii. Our subject is a deep-sea black coral called Leiopathes anosa. Despite the name, it doesn't look black from the outside. Unlike colorful shallow water corals, only its skeleton is black. Imagine peering through a submarine window at depths of 3,000 to 4,800 meters, a forest of golden brown branches, tree-like, hiding a dark core within. 4,000 years ago, the Bronze Age was just beginning in Britain. These corals were only just coming to life in Hawaii. Most shallow water corals rely on symbiotic algae called zooxanthellae. Black corals do not. They feed by capturing particles drifting through the water column. Their vertical branching structure maximizes food capture. Their lineage stretches back nearly 600 million years. Their diversification began around 437 million years ago, during the Silurian period, when jawless fish and trilobites ruled the seas. They evolved along continental slopes, where nutrients flowed freely, filter feeding thrived, and black corals flourished. Determining their age took decades. Researchers from Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, Stanford University, and UC Santa Cruz collected samples off Oahu. Radiocarbon dating revealed one coral to be 4,265 years old. Its skeleton grows just 4 micrometers per year, about the width of a human red blood cell. The living coral polyps inside are only a few years old. They renew constantly, while the skeleton grows over millennia. Slow growth, stable environments, extraordinary longevity. Perhaps there's a lesson here. Avoid stress, and life lasts longer. But 4,265 years is not the limit. Somewhere else on Earth, a sponge lived far longer, nearly 15,000 years, when mammoths still walked the land. Meet the Antarctic glass sponge. also known as the giant volcano sponge. It can grow over 2 meters tall and may be the longest living animal on the planet. Age estimates were made by modeling oxygen consumption and energy production. Some studies suggest even 23,000 years, even 40,000. Though those numbers are debated, geologist Dr. Susan Gatti argues that during the last glacial maximum, sea levels dropped, exposing the sponge's habitat, which likely limits its age to around 15,000 years. Still, an unimaginable lifespan. Glass sponges sit near the base of the evolutionary tree, between single-celled organisms and complex animals with nervous systems. They live deep in the ocean. Their tissues contain silica-based structures called spicules. These spicules can transmit light, like fiber optic cables. Some species form enormous skeletal frameworks, so strong they remain intact long after death. Sponges lack organs, no brain, no muscles, no digestive system. Water flows through their bodies, feeding them, keeping them alive. One famous species, the Venus's flower basket, traps a pair of shrimp inside for life. A strange and slightly unsettling partnership. We've now crossed most of Earth's geological history, but one creature remains, and this one has truly beaten death. What most of us call a jellyfish, a transparent ghostly form with stinging tentacles, is actually the final stage of its life cycle. Or at least, it should be, because one species refuses to follow the rules. The immortal jellyfish, just 3 millimeters wide, smaller than your fingernail, but possessing an extraordinary ability. When injured, stressed, or starving, it can reverse its biological clock and start life again. Most jellyfish follow a simple cycle: egg, larva, polyp, medusa. But the immortal jellyfish doesn't die at the end. Instead, it sinks to the sea floor, forms a gelatinous cyst, and within 24 to 36 hours, transforms back into a polyp. This process is called transdifferentiation. Cells reprogram themselves into an entirely new body plan, under perfect conditions. This cycle can repeat forever. It does not die of old age. It's like a butterfly turning back into a caterpillar. First discovered in 1883, its immortality was only recognized in the 1980s, when biology students Christian Sommer and Giorgio Bavistrello observed medusae reverting to polyps in the lab. The world took notice, but immortality has limits. Predators can still eat them. Sea turtles, sea slugs. If nothing interrupts the reset, only then does immortality work. One scientist went further, much further. In Japan, Shin Kubota has studied immortal jellyfish colonies since the 1990s. An incredibly demanding task. He checks them daily, even manually cutting brine shrimp under a microscope so they can eat. After 2 years, he confirmed the miracle. Some colonies reset themselves up to 10 times, sometimes within a single month. So the obvious question arises: could this ever work for us? For now, no. Humans are far from achieving this level of cellular reprogramming, but hope remains. Studying these jellyfish helps us understand how genes control cellular identity and how cells cooperate. This may one day reshape medicine. This is one of those videos that stays with you. Each of these creatures deserves an entire documentary of its own. And yet, we've only scratched the surface. Strange, terrifying, incredible. Whatever word you choose, one thing is clear. Nature's secrets don't end with immortality. What comes next, who knows? But we'll be here to talk about it. Choosing just 5 animals wasn't easy. If there are others you'd like to see, or if you think we missed something, let us know in the comments. And I'll leave you with one final question. If this happened to you, would you choose to live forever? And how would it feel to exist like an immortal jellyfish, forever moving between childhood and adulthood?